What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Faith in Farming. This is Colton, and most of you know that. Some of you guys may be new, you won't know that. Today I am going to talk to you guys about an increasing problem. The Farmalls just aren't running. The Super H isn't running because I haven't worked on it yet, it needs work. The Super C, I've told you what its problem is. It's still having it. We thought we fixed it, but we were using it 2 weeks ago, and it's still doing its same old thing. It ran good for about half an hour, and then it decided to break down, and we're not exactly sure what's wrong. We got to get the expertise of the dealer, and we'll see if they can come out and help us get it running. On the very same day 2 weeks ago, when the C broke down, I decided to get the M out to pull the manure spreader because we were moving manure out of the corrals. And it started up a little rough, but sometimes when it's cold it does that, so that wasn't too unusual. But after I ran about 5 or 6 loads of manure, one of the cylinders cut out on the engine. And that kind of happens with older tractors. They need cleaned and all that. But so instead of using it, because it was a little short on power, we pulled it around in front of the shop and unhooked the manure spreader, and we switched the manure spreader to the 4-8N out there. And we spread manure for the rest of the day with that. Worked pretty well, ended up hauling about 25 loads of manure. And when we came back around that night to park all the equipment, I came over to put the M inside here to work on it, and it wouldn't start. We tried starting it, and it just wouldn't start right. And I finally got it to start, and it sounded absolutely horrible and wouldn't stay running with the choke or anything. So we're still not sure what's wrong with it. It ended up getting snowed on, but it's fine. It was dusty. It cleaned it off a little bit, and then we pushed it in here. We pulled it in here and then pushed it in by hand. We still aren't sure what's wrong with it. My grandpa went through, checked all points and spacing on spark plugs and everything in here, and those were all set perfect. That wasn't the problem. So we're not sure what the problem is yet. We haven't had time to go through it and try to figure it out. Or we want to try one more thing, but maybe I'll show you guys that when we come out to do it. It's getting cold out again. We got about 4 inches of snow on Sunday. That's why the loader's in here. We thought we were going to have to clear some deeper drifts with this, and didn't need to. I used that instead. That thing actually works really well on the snow here because there's gravel underneath. It can get a little grip on sidewalks because it rained before it snowed. I don't think it would have been able to plow much because it would have been ice underneath, and I would have just slid. I haven't showed you this frame crack on this loader yet, and I've been telling you about it. So that's the frame crack. It goes back in here, and we think there's a hydraulic oil reservoir for the power steering, because every time you turn or put a lot of excessive pressure on the hydraulics, it sprays out the front like really high pressure, and it's really annoying. That's why there's a puddle. It's been sitting here since Saturday, and that's not bad at all. So we're looking at getting that fixed. Got to take it up. Our mechanic lives a few miles up from us, and get it fixed. There's an oil leak here we're going to fix too. There's a leak up there, and it runs down the side and makes a big mess. But those are the two main problems with this tractor. It's a pretty good tractor, actually. Been around a long time. That's a 70s? Yeah, I think it's a 70s vintage tractor. So, it's pretty old. It's in pretty good shape for its condition. I wouldn't know how many hours I had on it. I guess I'll climb in here and tell you guys. I don't know if the hour meter still works. No, our 1066 has 6,000 and something hours on it, so it's getting close to overhaul time. I can't even see the hour. Oh. 8,893 1 hours. So, yeah, let's get into the overhaul stages too, and it does need it. Both transmissions on the 856 and the 1066 need some work. On the 1066, when we were combining corn, I was disking the ends, and I accidentally locked it into first gear in reverse because the transmission's all loose. And what you have to do is, if you go from high to reverse, you have to go transmission. You got to go, so high's down here, or high's up here and low's down here. If you go from low to reverse, which is over here, you have to go all the way up to high and back to reverse. And I just went over like this, and it locked it in low and reverse at the same time. And it doesn't go anywhere because you can't go in forward and reverse at the same time, apparently. So we had to take it apart and fix it. It did that to my grandpa once we hooked up the corn cultivator. We had to tow it around to the shop and work on it. And then the parking brake had some crap in it and wouldn't disengage all the way, and took us a few hours to solve that puzzle. But now we kind of know what's going wrong with it. So anyhow, going to farm show on Thursday. Going all day. Grandpa's gonna go to some programs in the afternoon, and let's go look around. They got lots of stuff there, lots of booths, irrigation, seeds, fertilizers, sprays, of course equipment. I can go drool on all that. Yeah. One of my favorite things to look at there is the case, mainly because it's red. And I like the Massey Ferguson haying equipment. It's pretty good stuff. But I'll keep you guys tuned on working on this thing. See if we can get it running again. As far as anything else goes, we aren't doing a whole lot. Just because it's been cold outside. It's actually getting warm. Starting to melt the snow pretty good. I think it was 40 today. I'm not going to open the door, but you can see outside. So, anyhow, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I will talk to you Thursday night for sure, and maybe tomorrow. So we'll just see how it goes. All right, so talk to you later, guys.